Hello and welcome to this edition of Filter Kaapi, where we get you news, analysis and perspective on what's been happening in the country, more specifically the south of the Vindhyas. The last few days has seen the two Telugu states getting obsessed, or rather having an overdose of the Sri Reddy news, and thereafter Pawan Kalyan getting into it. And this Friday we saw Pawan Kalyan staging a dharna of sorts at the Andhra Pradesh Film Chamber of Commerce here in Hyderabad. With me is Sudhir, Executive Editor of NDTV, to give a perspective of what she thinks is really at the heart of the issue, and what really in the manner in which the whole thing has spanned out into some kind of a media war, some kind of a political war, a real potpourri of sorts as far as Andhra politics and the media scene is concerned. Now, for those who have not been following it, Sri Reddy is a starlet who stripped in public on the 7th of April, and thereafter a week later Pawan Kalyan advised that she should have gone to the police instead of going to TV channels, and that kind of set of things which seem to have gone out of hand, with Sri Reddy using abusive language for Pawan Kalyan, who, remember, is now an actor turned politician. And thereafter, on the 20th of April, Pawan Kalyan reacting by saying that his mother has been abused by different channels who were running continuous debates on the subject. And he accused Chandrababu Naidu and his minister son Nara Lokesh also of having a hand in it. Now, if that sounds confusing, it definitely is very confusing. Uma, let's start with what Sri Reddy did in the first place. What's your take on it? Was it the right way of talking about casting couch? She named several big names in the industry of having played some kind of a part in what she went through.
Sri Reddy was in fact a news anchor who went on to want to join the film world. She wanted to make it big there, and she tried whatever she could. And on the face of it, you would think that most people have been most uncharitable to her. They said that, she went that way, she did whatever she needed to do, or whatever she wanted to do to get there. But when she didn't succeed, she cried foul and took virtually every name in the industry, many big names in the industry, and she needed to do. Even after that, she actually didn't get any attention. This is a story that began much before the 7th of April. She was very desperate, and that's the reason why this starlet, a young woman, in fact, came out in public. Even I got information that something dramatic is going to happen there. We didn't imagine she would do something as shocking as this. She went there. She actually literally stripped herself in public and spoke to the media, and that is when she caught the attention of everyone. If not the media directly, initially she started getting the attention of the social media. Some of the channels aired her in that half naked state, and she told many stories, and then suddenly she became interesting for everyone. And then it became a huge masala story, with not just the big film biggies coming in, the directors coming in, the media coming in, and everyone together. It became like a pot boiler full of masala,
She even put out photographs with leading personalities to buttress her claims.
Yes, indeed. She did whatever she could to catch attention. And in between, I remember there was also a Facebook post where she said, enough is enough and bye-bye to the world. And I was actually worried that she is going to do something drastic, because she was obviously someone in a very confused and emotionally very charged, and probably it's not easy to have friends when you take on the big and the mighty. But more important in all of this, what I felt was, film industry is obviously an unregulated place, and this is a place where starlets do come. We all know about it. And when we talk about anti-sexual harassment cells in most organizations, why doesn't the industry have something like that in place? We have been speaking about casting couches for the longest time, and how many times have you heard anyone actually going through the process and getting justice through that? The biggest of heroines, the Me Too campaign that started, in fact, Sri Reddy was called the Me Too of Tollywood. And we have heard the biggest of heroines coming back after several years, blogging and talking about the kind of exploitation, sexual exploitation they underwent at the hands of the big and the mighty, the big names.
And here the Movie Artists Association of the Telugu film industry, I thought, acted in a very irresponsible manner, because they put out a statement saying that nobody will work with Sri Reddy. Now that was kind of taking things a bit to a social boycott of sorts.
social boycott and totally uncalled for. What they should have perhaps done is to say that yes, we will look at your grouse, let us inquire into it. We are having this kind of a panel that will sit in and listen to what Sri Reddy has to say. Obviously, she is disgruntled, she is unhappy. She may be exaggerating some of her claims, she may have played along. Some people would argue she's an adult, so she indulged in those acts out of her own volition. But at the back of it, it is a fact that she has been exploited. Women activists who have been with her say that they would not have advised her to do that at all. They would not have wanted her to take that kind of a dramatic route of
But she wanted to catch attention.
Absolutely, she wanted to catch attention. And then came in this twist in the tail with Pawan Kalyan, who is a huge lead actor, huge following in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana as well. She took on Pawan Kalyan after Pawan Kalyan advised her that she must go to the police station instead of going to TV stations. And Sri Reddy, I must point out, has not been very open about going to a police station. Perhaps understandable, perhaps her, should I say, agenda may have been something else, but she perhaps did not expect that the police will be able to take her much further ahead.
Now here, Uma, there was a twist, because here came in Ram Gopal Verma, who many of our viewers would be familiar with, given the kind of movies that he has done, not just in Telugu but also in the Hindi film industry. Now he apparently advised Sri Reddy to use a 4-letter word, a pretty bad term of abuse for Pawan Kalyan, which is what she did in public before TV cameras, and that's when things took a very ugly turn. Obviously,
Ram Gopal Verma has admitted to having actually asked her to do that. He said he has apologized in public for that.
Yeah, so that kind of made things take a wrong turn. It happened on the 14th of April, but surprisingly, Pawan Kalyan took almost... this happened on the 16th of April, and he reacted after 4 days on the 20th of April. He took to Twitter, took objection to the media channels running continuous debates on this entire issue for TRP ratings. He also accused the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu, and his son, the IT Minister, Nara Lokesh, of having a hand in it, basically to say that they are trying to corner this new politician in Andhra Pradesh to try and ensure that he doesn't get any kind of media space. What do you make of it, Uma?
So initially we were talking about films and perhaps exploitation of a young woman who had come into the film world. But now politics came in, and Pawan Kalyan started saying that this girl is being used by someone else in order to, in a sense, reduce my respect in the public arena. And that's the reason why he decided to take her on.
He said that his mother has been abused and insulted, and why should his aged mother go through this, which is absolutely fair enough comment to make.
In fact, Sri Reddy came, before the media, and she, in fact, when she did that, what did she do? She said that I called you Anna, and I'm going to take a slipper and slap myself in public to say that no woman will call you Anna. She made some personal comments about his having been married 3 times. That was also personal, none of her business at one level, and also used a cuss word, as you pointed out, for the family of Pawan Kalyan. But the politics here is that Pawan Kalyan is someone who, in the 2014 elections, had backed the BJP TDP combine and had helped, was seen to have helped Chandrababu Naidu become the chief minister. But right now he's been taking on the chief minister. In his public meeting in Guntur, he very openly made some quite wild allegations, I may say, because he has not yet put out the proof to say that, against the chief minister and his son as well. And it is at this juncture that this Sri Reddy incident happens, and then Pawan Kalyan reacts. On what day does he react? On Chandrababu Naidu's birthday, that he has chosen as a day when he will create the right optics to say that he's the one who is putting forth the interests of the people of Andhra Pradesh, and sits on a one-day hunger fast along with about almost 1 lakh people, his party cadre, his entire cabinet. And that's when Pawan Kalyan goes to the film chambers, and an entire kind of a drama, should I say, unfolds. So the viewership, in a sense, shifts away. The TV eyeball shifts away from Chandrababu Naidu to Pawan Kalyan.
Before we come to that, now obviously when Sri Reddy makes that kind of a comment that no woman should call you a brother, it's in reference to Pawan Kalyan. Obviously, this is not something with Pawan Kalyan or his fans will take lightly to, because as I said, he has a larger than life image as far as Telugu film industry and Andhra Pradesh and Telangana are concerned. So he obviously took it extremely personally and chose to react. The question, as I said, obviously arose why he took 4 days to react, and when he did, to do it on the day that Chandrababu Naidu was sitting on fast, obviously there will be those suspicions. Eyebrows did go up that did he do this specifically, as Uma was pointing out, to ensure that Chandrababu Naidu's fast did not get the kind of ratings and eyeballs as the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister would have liked to. But the larger question is, about the media role in this entire thing. Pawan Kalyan has pointed out, named 4 media barons in Andhra Pradesh who controlled the Telugu electronic media, saying that they had a role in ensuring that his name was pulled to the mud, muck was thrown at Pawan Kalyan. And over the last 48 hours, we have seen, in fact, since morning, Pawan Kalyan has taken to Twitter, almost treating it like a news channel and using the hashtag Areo Sambha Hukum Sarkar. And with that hashtag, he has been putting out a lot of tweets. Many would think that perhaps this is not the way Pawan Kalyan should react. In politics, you need to be a little more thick-skinned. This has been seen also as a bit of a juvenile way of reacting. And also given the fact that his fans are known to be an extremely emotional and passionate lot who will do anything for Pawan Kalyan, is he being responsible enough by whipping up passions like this?
One, you know that he has a social media army virtually, and they have in the past also, in several past instances, whoever has criticized his films or said that it is a flop or not done well, they have taken them on personally and threatened them with not just physical violence, but said that you can be knocked off. And
there has been a lot of abuse, at least, definitely.
There has been definitely a lot of abuse, and Pawan Kalyan, by naming these channels and also putting out their photographs, perhaps was he instigating violence against these media personalities or owners of channels? That's
the Obi-Wan of one of the channels, ABN, was damaged.
Obi-Wan was in fact damaged, and the media was directly attacked, and that's where, should the media cover something like this? Can it afford to ignore it? And in what way can it afford, can it in fact cover it at a time when you're talking about, yes, we all know it's the truth that some media houses have, there are political leaders who have interest in media houses, they have a stake in the media houses, and there is a tilt that they may have. So how is the media going to tackle something like this? This has become a total mess in a sense. One of the media channels has said he is going to file a defamation suit against Pawan Kalyan. Pawan Kalyan in return is perhaps going to file more cases against them as well. So where this is going to lead to, that is not yet clear.
This is definitely not something for the police to react to. Probably he should have gone to the Broadcasters Association with a complaint that the manner in which his name is being dragged in is not really in good taste. Probably he could have done that. But by making it into a film industry versus the media battle, I don't know whether that's really the better way of dealing with an issue like this. He has been putting out videos, personal videos of some of the media barons, one of them being 5 years old. He has been taking the names of several of these media barons. So in that sense, he has pitted himself and his party, the Janasena party, against the media, which again may not be a very sensible thing to do, given that it's a absolutely new party.
And he certainly has political ambitions. He wants to go it alone in these particular elections. He's taken on the centre. He's taken on the TDP also. And though some people are talking about whether there is a BJP hand in this entire, Pawan Kalyan's working. The Telugu Desam, for one, is suspecting the BJP to be behind virtually everything that goes wrong for them. They say the YSR Congress as well as the Pawan Kalyan party are in fact acting at the behest of the BJP. That to me looks a little hollow. Yes, there may be some kind of support that he may receive.
Can't rule it out. I mean, pretty much possible that there could be some kind of a hand, given the kind of high stakes in Andhra Pradesh, where Chandrababu Naidu is now going to fight an election alone, because always Telugu Desam has shown a tendency to fight an election with some minor partners, whether it be the left parties or whether it be the BJP. But at the end of the day,
for a budding politician, not a good idea to take on the media like this and perhaps to indulge in this kind of sparring over social media.
I'm not too sure whether I would agree with you on that, whether it is, I mean, media, of course, is a powerful tool, especially the vernacular media, but perhaps he could have dealt with it in a more mature manner, probably been a little more thick-skinned about it, especially when Sri Reddy had also apologized, and probably been more magnanimous about it.
People who know Pawan Kalyan have, called him a little impulsive in his reactions. You would recall he went, to a newspaper, sat on a dharna in front of a newspaper.
2003.
Chronicle, yes, 2003, and he said that you are having, stories that are casting me in a negative light. Once again, when there was an incident in his family where his niece was accusing the family of possible threat, he went dramatically with his revolver and surrendered it in the police station to say that from me there's going to be no personal harm. So Pawan Kalyan is known to act in what could be seen as impulsive.
But at the
manners.
same time, I mean, Pawan Kalyan, as I said, has a large fan following. So in that sense, he needs to be more responsible now that he's a politician, because he cannot be whipping up passions like this, because people obviously look up to him to lead the way. And perhaps this was probably not the best way to show to his followers that he can be a leader. He could have been a little more magnanimous. Yes, there could be other ways of getting his message across. The main problem for Pawan Kalyan at this point in time is that unlike the TDP, which is perceived to be controlling some Telugu channels, or a Jagan Mohan Reddy who has his own Sakshi TV and Sakshi newspaper, Pawan Kalyan really has no media outlet through which he can get his message across. And that seems to be pretty much the angst as far as Pawan Kalyan is concerned. But the manner in which the entire episode has played out in the last 3 days, probably he could have handled it better, is probably the view. He has a long way. He is a political force to reckon with. That's for sure. And probably that explains some of the reactions of some of the political parties in Andhra Pradesh to his coming up as far as the politics is concerned.
Yes, this is a developing story. We'll continue to watch what happens and continue to update.
Absolutely. So that's it then on this edition of Filter Kaapi. Do like and subscribe to Filter Kaapi if you want to continue to get the latest analysis and perspective on whatever is happening in this part of the country. Thank you for watching.